Well, good morning, everyone. Today is Monday, November 18th. How was your weekend? How was it? Because mine was great. This is the best weekend I've had after having the worst weekend I've ever had, probably, especially during fourth quarter. This was the best weekend I've had, not this year, but like overall, the week was a pretty much average week, but it was looking pretty grim until I came into this weekend. So something happened on my eBay algorithm to make things stand out. So I don't know. I think I have 11 sales going out today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 12, but one is, I'll talk about it. It was actually, I sold it for my husband. So we're going to ship 11 items today. And yeah, it was just a breath of fresh air. That's what it was for me, a breath of fresh air. I have my sidekick. She wanted her own chair. Lou, can you say hi, everybody? Say hi. She's sitting in her own chair. So let me readjust my camera here. Sorry, guys. Okay. So I'm trying to get it to where it doesn't shake so much, but sorry. I feel like I'm adding some weight to the bottom of this. Okay, hopefully that'll work. Okay, so I did not do a ship with me on Friday morning because I only had 2 items that went out, and Friday morning was my Saturday morning. I had just got off. I was super tired. I just did not feel like doing a video. So for those of you that know me, I am a full-time hospice on-call nurse, and I do this part-time. So during my 7 days on, if I'm like up through the night, every night, yes, it's my job, but I also cover 15 hours at a time through the weeknights. And then I cover the entire weekend. Like I start on a Friday night at 5 p.m. and I cover the entire weekend until 8 a.m. on Monday. And then I work every weeknight after that until Friday morning. So I came off work Friday morning, the 15th. I only had 2 sales from Thursday, the 14th. So I'll just tell you about them. Even though I don't have them, I sold a Yankee candle. This was it was a 22 ounce. It was a retired candle. I got it when my mom and dad came to town. My dad and I went to a flea market, a local flea market. I hadn't been to this flea market for years. Well, this one booth had several Yankee candles for sale. So, and it was marked up. It was $18 for, the big Yankee candle. So I just know some Yankee scents, especially retired scents, can sell very well. So I did a quick Google search. I took a picture of it with my Google Lens app, and it popped up, and the listings and the sold comps I saw were like around $50. And I was like, okay, well, to me, I can spend 18 to get a 50, to sell it for 50. So I got it. When I brought it home, I was really looking up more comps on it. And they were anywhere between 35, like sold comps, anywhere between 35 to 50 range. So I posted it. I believe I posted it for $48 because I wanted to be pretty competitive since we're kind of in the holiday season already. I had an offer on Poshmark for $30. I thought that was fair. She was very excited. She's like, this is my favorite scent. She sent me a little message. She was very excited. I accepted her offer. And so that made me feel even better. And I just got this November the 6th. So, and that's when I bought it. That isn't when I listed it. So I had this listed like for a few days. And so I took a $30 offer just because my flip was so fast. And it only made, after Poshmark fees, I wish it would have sold on a different platform, but it is what it is. I only made $6 on it, but I had it for less than a week in my possession. Seriously, it went so fast. And so I was like, okay, it's gone. And it smelled really good. So, and then I sold on eBay. I had a pair of Adidas Ultra Boost. They were size 9.5 women's. They were white with pink. The only reason I got these, because they had wear to them. They had a lot of wear to them. They weren't like damaged. It's just, they were mostly white. And so they had a lot, it was just dingy. The whole shoe was kind of dingy. I had soaked them just to trying to get them cleaned up. And anyway, I posted them cheap. The soles were still in pretty good shape. I got them July 3rd for 79 cents only. I bought them in a bag from one of my favorite thrift stores. Sold them for $20, took an offer on them. I think I had them listed for $25, $26. And so my net profit on those was $13.67. And then that day, I also had a Facebook local sale. I don't even know that I showed you guys, and maybe I did. It was from it was my first sale out of my Goodwill Outlet bins haul. So my sister and I went on a trip November 1st through the 3rd to Kansas City, where we went to the Goodwill Outlet up there. And, you know, every day we went. It's Goodwill outlets are about 3 hours from me, the closest one. So it kind of is a weekend trip. I mean, if I was by myself, I could get up early and go in a day and just drive home late at night. But that would be like, I'd have to really gear up for that. But my sister and I made it a sister's weekend because she loves to go as well. So I got this, it was a little Santa, vintage Santa needlepoint decorative pillow for Christmas. So it was one of the first things I listed because I knew, since we're in the holiday season, those vintage pillows, especially the needlepoint ones, they do very well. So I posted it for $19, and I use Vendoo to cross-list my items. So I always post things for sale on eBay first because I feel like eBay requires more information. So when you use a cross-lister platform like I use, there's several of them out there. I use Vendoo. Excuse me, my allergies are a mess right now. So I import from eBay, and then I use that tool to cross-list to all the other platforms. And I sell primarily on Facebook, Poshmark, eBay, of course, and Etsy. Okay, and Mercari, but I think I'm gonna let Mercari go. That's probably a discussion for another time. It's just horrible. It's just so horrible. But my thought's always been, well, I pay for this cross-posting tool. So if I have a Mercari account, why don't I just put over, you know, and so that's why I've always put over to Mercari, and I make random sales here and there. Well, the problem is now Vendoo and Mercari there's such an issue with their cross-posting to Mercari that it's becoming a big pain in the butt. And I pay for the services, so I'm getting a little frustrated, but this has been an ongoing issue for several months now with Mercari and Vendoo. So I don't know what I'm gonna do, but anyway, so someone local on Facebook messaged me. They asked if I would take $15 for the pillow since it was local. They were picking it up, and he actually had bought something from me previously, and he did a porch pickup, and he said, we can do a porch pickup today if that works for you. I'm the one that bought the bowls. And I was like, oh, okay. So He picked it up. They sent money to my Venmo account, and the rest is history. So that was the first item out of that massive. I'm not even done with the hauls yet, you guys. I have one more bag to get through, and I have the bag of shoes to get through. So I don't even have cost of goods on this. I'm shooting for $1 or less cost of goods. We will see what it ends up being once I get through this last bag. So yeah, so $15 minus whatever cost of goods I have into it, which I'm shooting for $1. So hopefully my profit will be around $14 on that. So anyway, if I can think about, hopefully if I can use my, I forget the app I use for some of my editing. I'm trying to like get better at my editing software because I was having a really hard time with that. So anyway, I'll try and post pics if I can figure, if I can get it uploaded and everything, the way it's supposed to work. So, okay, so let's get to the shipping today. So 11 items going out. I am just gonna start with what I have here. Excuse me. I was super stoked that, that this weekend was a good weekend. So 2 of these items though are sales from this morning, Monday the 18th. I am just going to ship them out quickly, but discussions on this were all yesterday. And then she sent me a message and said, I'm sorry, I haven't been able to get this. I'll get this whenever I can. So I posted this. I got this from the Goodwill outlet as well, that same trip. I posted this in a listing with a brownie sash. And here's the sash. So these are both Girl Scout. This is brownie. This is a daisy. I was in Girl Scouts. What is the last one? I don't know. I think I was a senior even. I was still in high school doing stuff with the Girl Scouts. I love Girl Scouts. I think all little girls should do Girl Scouts. It's just so fun, and you really become social. You know, you meet girls from different troops, and anyway, so yeah. So I posted them together. Well, this lady messaged me. Her head kind of falls back, and I disclosed that. She messaged me and said, would you be willing to separate? My little girl just became a daisy. So the daisy's the first entry level is a daisy. And she said my little girl would love that. So I asked her, if she had an offer, and she said, I have no idea. Well, I had put them both together for $16.99 plus shipping. And I looked, and these were selling anywhere from $8.99 up to, $15. I saw one that sold for $19 with shipping. But her head, I had, I was very honest with my listing that her head falls back. So I just said, how about $10 plus shipping? So she said, that's fair. That seems fair to me. So that is what we landed on. And I just asked her, I said, I can do a new listing, but the easiest would be if you want to, just offer me this amount, then that would equal to the $10 plus shipping that we agreed on. So that's what she did. She sent me an offer, and yeah, that's where we ended. So I'm so glad that her little girl is going to be in love with this doll. She said shipping in a poly would be fine. So I am shipping this in a 12 by 15 poly. She said I could cram it into this Ziploc poly, but I don't want to cram it. So I'm just going to I want it to be protected. So I'm going to tape these 2 Ziploc polys together. Most people probably wouldn't, but I don't know. I just feel like I want it to be protected good in case something happens. So This was my second item from that Goodwill haul from November the 1st through the 3rd. So I am happy. You know, I don't have the cost of goods, but so this sold for $10. And then I did make it a little bit on the shipping, but I kind of feel like any little, because most of us aren't in it to make a ton of money on the shipping, but the few cents you make here and there, I feel like help you be able to buy more poly bags and, you know, your shipping materials that you have to pay for. So I'm trying to find it on here so I can give you the, oh, because she sent me the offer this morning and paid very quickly. So $8.69 was my net profit on this item. So far, until I get my cost of goods figured out on all of those items from the bins. So once I do that, you guys, I will let you know what my cost of goods ended up being on all the items. And I forgot to do a USPS pickup today, so it's okay. I'll be stopping at the post office today. I gotta get out anyway. I have an appointment, so okay. Then this actually sold this morning also. I had these in a haul. The brand is CWX Women's Running Stability Compression Tight Lot Knee Capri Length Smalls. They were both size smalls. I got these at the Goodwill for $4.88 each. So when I bought them, I knew that they would sell. I used to be a runner, and till I checked up my knees. So there's the logo. They are expensive tights, running tights. So if you ever see them, go ahead and pick them up, especially the ones, you see all the little lines, colorful lines. These are pretty popular, but yeah, these are great compression tights. They're great for stability for runners. Here's the back logo. So since they were a size small, I knew I would probably have to hold on to them a little bit longer, which I did, but not too bad. I bought these September the 8th for $4.88 each. So I sold them together. I took an offer for $30 for the both of them. I think I had listed for $39 for the both of them. These are probably $89 to $100 each. And I just know that because when I was a runner, I did buy a brand new pair of these because they helped with my knee stability while I was running. So after everything's said and done, you know, my cost of goods was $4.88 each, but still, I knew they were gonna sell, and I made, at the end of it, I made $14.97. So I'm very happy that these are selling. So, like, higher profit. So, okie doke. Just gonna try to get this label on. This is going out in a 10 by 13 poly mailer. And like I said, these sold this morning. I woke up to the offer, and by the time I was getting my shipment done, they had already paid. So I love that. I can ship it fast and get it to them quick. Okay, now back to the weekend. This is a set of, or not a set, it's a pair of jeans. Ava and Viv, they are the 90 straight, high-rise, straight, hip and thigh, size 16R stretch. They have a no-gap waistband, which is incredible. And just a good black pair of jeans. And these are not gonna fit in a poly, but so what I'm gonna do is wrap them in my shipping paper because I like to do that. I bought these October the 28th for $2.07 at my pallet place that I go to. And I list all Target items for $12.99. That's kind of my standard, unless it's like a Target shirt. I've really stopped. Okay, I don't want to say I've stopped completely, but I really watch the Target shirts that I buy. I try to go for like the pants or the underwear do very well. Unless I'm gonna make a lot. I think I have a lot of some Target shirts I've bought in the past. I think some of that is my old shirts that I have worn, so yeah. So yeah, I sold for $12.99. So that only makes my net profit $6.85. And like I've said before, well, there's the tape. I gotta get more tape today, apparently. I'm happy. I'm sorry if you guys see that shaking. I'm trying not to like bump my table. I've got to get another stand. I knew I know that everything I buy from the pallet place, I'm going to have a little bit of a return. I know this going into it. I'm okay with it. They seem to flip quick, most of the items. So I'm okay with that. And it works for me. What works for me might not work for you, and that is perfectly okay. Yeah, they were a great size. So I probably would shy away from lower sizes, but anything 8s up to plus are better. They're gonna flip faster for me. So I know going into it that my sales price is gonna be lower. My net profit's gonna be lower, but I am a-okay with that. And I feel like, sorry, I'm trying to find it. I kind of feel like, you know, these just went pretty fast. That's how I feel. I have been not going to the pallet place as much just because with the Goodwill outlet haul, I have had a lot to get through. And you know, my work schedule, I just didn't feel like going and messing with people, because going to that pallet place, especially on their first day, the $9 day, can be pretty aggravating. It's kind of like going to the Goodwill outlet. Like if you're not prepared to take an elbow here and there, then don't put yourself in the position. So anyway, but all clothes there are $1.99 plus shipping, or $1.99 each plus taxes. And yeah, so anything I pick up there is roughly $2.07. So, all right, there's that one. So like $6.85, that's what I made on that. This is, oh, we're almost to the good sell. I had a really good sell. I was very, very happy. Very happy. My husband, when it came across, I think I was like, holy cow, but I maybe said something else. I just flew out of me. Okay, so this is a Wonder Wink. Let me read you the title. Wonder Wink Women's Under Scrub Navy Long Sleeve Top Layer Black Base Layer Large. Excuse me, guys. So Wonder Wink Under Scrub Navy Long Sleeve Top Base Layer Large. So if you are familiar with scrub brands, if you like to sell scrub brands, this is a Wonder Wink. So that's what it looks like. And this is a undershirt. So like nurses or healthcare workers or whoever wears scrubs for work, it's to put underneath their scrubs in the wintertime. So that's what this is. This had a little bit of wear to it, just a like fabric peeling more than anything. So I got this October the 8th. I got it in a bag sale for $111. And that's really the reason I bought it. Because when I got home, I looked at the comps and they were like around 6, 7, 8. Some of them went up around 10. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and post it because I bought it. So I posted it for $8.99. And I was really thinking I'll probably get an offer on this, but someone came along and bought it for $8.99 plus shipping. So after my cost of goods of $111, I made $5.98 on this shirt. And that's all, but I'm okay with it. I was very happy that it's selling. I'm really happy because my hangers from the Goodwill outlet trip, I'm like, I need to buy more hangers. I'm running out of hangers. So this just frees up a hanger. That's all. It's going to go in a 10 by 13 poly. You know, some of these brands, you just, if you know your average sell price is going to be lower, which makes your net profit lower, if you're okay with that, it's your business. So it's nobody else's business but yours. And a lot of this stuff I buy are from bag sales, and I'm okay that, you know, it maybe took me 2 minutes to list that for sale with pictures and everything. So I'm okay with it. It just, storing it is the only thing. All right. I'm going to show you my good sale. All of these are good sales, but this is a really good one. So this would be my third item from my Goodwill outlet haul. And I knew when I bought this that I was going to do good on it. This is a Mary Englebright. It has the tag. I was honest and said there's a little pink stain on it. Vintage Mary Englebright needlepoint. It says you'd better not pout. Stocking. It has like a velvet trim and a velvet green back. It was in a bin with clothing. And all of the clothing resellers, you know, had already attacked. I just let them go first. I really do. I kind of go to the bins where no one's at because I don't want to be bumping elbows with people. So it had already been ransacked for real. And so I was just digging through it, and then I came across this lovely piece and I was like, oh yeah, that's coming home with me. And so I brought it home. I knew it would do good, but it was one of those, I didn't think it would do as good as it did. So when I ran comps, these are selling anywhere from $40 a piece up to $75. I'm not kidding. If you see these are collector's pieces. There were several lots where people sold a couple for like $80, $90. Well, I did not find this one listed. You better not pout. I did not find it listed. So I kind of thought to myself, where do I want to put this at? And so I feel like it sold fast, but I feel like I put it a little higher than what some of the other ones were listed at. And I did it at $65. And then I was okay to take an offer down to $50. So yeah, I got a full price sale of $65 plus shipping. I'm doing a happy dance. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm super stoked. You know, I don't have these big sales a lot. and this sale just brightened my entire weekend. So this sold on Saturday, and my net profit until I figure out my cost of goods is $56.32. So it's going out in a poly, and I have it in a Ziploc bag. So yeah, $56.32. I'm super stoked about it. So hopefully it will get to the buyer quickly. And yeah, so don't not pick those up is what I'm saying. I'm so excited I can't talk. So anyway, okay. And these are all sales on eBay, by the way. I don't know if I said that or not. Okay, this last item that I have up here on my table, it's not the last item, is a Cutter and Buck collegiate men's dress shirt, University of Tennessee, size XL. I think I showed these in a haul. Cutter and Buck. It has an embroidered Tennessee logo. I think I showed these in a haul. I got like 5 of these Tennessee shirts from the local Goodwill here. I paid, let me see it. I paid $5.48 each. I paid kind of up a little. Now, I knew they would sell, and they did. One guy bought 2 of them, and then this is my last one to sell. So I feel like it was a good decision to buy them, even though, you know, I didn't make a ton on them. For some reason, this shirt wants to collect hair, and it's annoying. So I'm trying to roll it because I don't want it to arrive and be all hairy. It's like little dander, and you can't really tell unless you really look at it. Okay. But this one, I was honest because the last button is cut in half. Still works, and you know, it's like the last button that's going to be tucked in. So unless, I think there's an extra button though. Oh no, there wasn't. Yeah, there was. Yes, there's extra buttons here. And so I was honest and put that in my listing, and yeah, so this sold for $12. I think I had this one listed the lowest because of the button situation. So it sold for $12. My net profit was only $4.37 on this one, but I sold all of the shirts. All of the Tennessee shirts are now sold. So, you know, I would have made more if I would have got this in a bag sale, but I didn't. I went ahead and got it at the Goodwill. I need to go to the Goodwill because I need to take something back, and I'm hoping it's not past my window to take it back. So anyway, so my profit's not big, but they've all sold, and I'm okay with that. I'm very happy with that, actually. Because you know, when you spend more on your cost of goods, you're like, I really hope this goes. And you don't have to hold on to it for a while. Just to make your money back, you know? See, and I put it in this bag, and I'm like, there's a little stringy, it's not even hair. It's like these dander type dust or something. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Sometimes I feel like I'm a little more extra on presentation. I don't know. Maybe not. I think it's good. It's good to be that way, but it drives me crazy. So this is going out in a 10 by 13. The label is on it. So there's that. Okay. Next on eBay was this Bluey. They were Bluey cartoon girls 7 pair brief underwear, new in box, size 4T. So these I definitely got at the pallet place. I got them for $2 was my cost of goods. I sold them for $10.99 plus shipping. And yeah, so my net profit on them was $6.83. Like we just talked about, I know that my net profit on all of those items are not as high as, you know, others. And I'm okay with that. So this is gonna go, a grandma bought this for her daughter. Uh-oh, I pulled a, there it is, yeah. A grandma bought this for her granddaughter and asked me to ship it to the granddaughter. And I'll just be honest, a lot of times I do not do that, because if those people claim they did not get the item and eBay sees that you edited the address, sometimes eBay can favor for that person. So I usually won't ship if someone asks me to change it. I usually will cancel it and then have them purchase it again and have them change their address before purchasing it. And she, you know, she was like, I totally understand. If it won't let you edit it, please just ship it to me and then I'll ship it. And so when she said that, I was like, oh, okay. Because you can edit an address. I would advise not to do it. I've seen where other sellers have gotten ripped off, basically, because they were trying to be nice and then that person claimed they never got the item. So it's kind of going out on a limb as a seller. But my cost of goods, you know, was lower. My net profit's lower. And I'm just taking a chance, basically. And I hope these people are honest. And I actually sent her a screenshot of the label that I had edited the label to what address she wanted. That way eBay can come back if something happens. eBay can see that I was in direct conversation with this lady about changing the address. So I don't know. Hopefully, I don't know. Have you had any issues with that ever? Let me know. Okay. I think, oh no, I have one more eBay item. And I really don't like the box it's shipping out on, because it's like a medical box. But it's the only box that I have that will fit this item right now. So I'm trying to get the box prepared. See if you can see it. Ugh, I'm telling you. So this item, I should have researched it a little bit better. I bought it basically because I know this sells, and you guys have seen me sell this before, and it's Ling's. Let me just show you while I'm talking about it. It's Ling's Artificial Flowers. I put Ling's Moment, Artificial Flower, Terracotta Design, Flower Box, Rust, and Sepia New. And these are pretty pricey. Their wedding line is way more pricey than the others. And so it had a lot of attention. I think I posted it for $29.99. And it was around $50 new, I think. It's new. They haven't been used, although it does have writing on the box, which I disclosed. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna tape this side. Where's my eBay tape? Here it is. Okay, so I'm gonna tape this side because the arrows show it going up. Sorry, guys. Bear with me. Bear with the sounds also. Man, they put a lot of stickers on this thing. That's annoying. Well, I'm taking off some of the medicals, so there we go. Okay. You can just see me fidget. Oh, of course, because nothing ever goes the way you want it to go, right? Okay, so you like my get in scavenger? We're going thrifting. That is my Temu shirt. I got it on Temu. I know some people are very against buying on Temu, but I did buy it Temu, but I did get it from there. So I get these eBay. This is the tape I get. When you have an eBay store, they give you $25 credit every quarter. And so it helps towards your shipping supplies. And for the most part, I always get the tape because tape really adds up when you buy it. When you buy these non-eBay tapes, they really, really, really add up. Especially if you ship in boxes a lot. So okay, so got the bottom. So whoever opened this opened the wrong side. They opened the bottom first. But I want the arrows. I want USPS to keep it, you know, the way it's supposed to be. Okay. Whew. What a nightmare, right? All right. So I bought these at my pallet place on $9 day. And for the most part, they've been pretty good sales. Sorry. Sorry for those of you. Sometimes I don't pronounce the way I need to, and my speech can be all crazy. And to be perfectly honest with you, as a child, I had a horrible speech impediment, and I was in speech therapy until I was in 6th grade. So there's sometimes when I'm very lazy and it takes a lot of focus to be able to pronounce things very appropriately and clear for the camera. So sometimes when I mean to say sale, I say sale because I'm lazy in my speech. And so if that bugs some of you, I'm very sorry. I'm going to try to work on that because it takes a lot of, you know, when a normal person talks, they just talk and they talk fast, and it takes a lot of thought for people that have had speech therapy. It takes a lot of like thought while you're trying to speak fast. So if I mispronounce words, I don't do it on purpose. You don't necessarily have to, you know, tell me like, hey, this, you know, you're saying this when you should say this. Now, if I mispronounce a label wrong, please educate me, because there's so many different designers and labels that I probably say wrong all the time. But thank you know, I appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate your comments, but I just wanted you to know if I pronounce something wrong, you're not going to hurt my feelings of calling me out and, you know, saying, hey, it's this. But I just wanted you to know if I'm like talking fast and I'm not pronouncing certain easy words, it's just because I'm being lazy, and it takes a lot of thought for some of us to pronounce words good. So anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. And I apologize if I have driven some of you crazy, because I'm sure I have. So I got this on $9 day at the bins at the pallet place on October the 16th. This only sold for $25. I think I had it listed for $29. The girl was asking me several questions about it. She wanted to know like how many pieces exactly there were. And I just couldn't tell her, because even on their website, they weren't clear on it. And so I basically went to their website and took some pictures of like their description from their website, and I told her, I said I would have to disrupt the entire box to like get you a specific count, because even online they don't have a count of how many items were in it. And so she went ahead and bought it from me, and yeah, so I'm very glad she made me the offer. I knew when I got this, I know their wedding stuff normally sells around $100, $80 to $100 on their website. And if you think about, you might think, well, that's expensive, but if you've ever purchased real flowers for like a wedding or an event, it can be really pricey. So a lot of women are, you know, using artificial flowers now for their weddings and events that they have. And that fits perfect. I'm just gonna pad this with some air bubbles. There we go. And hopefully she doesn't mind this crazy box I got going on here. So my net profit on this was at $11.93, which isn't bad. My cost of goods were high, so it's not bad at all, really. I don't feel like. I'm sorry. That's one thing that drives me crazy, so, is when I watch Ship With Me videos and the tape. The tape. It's so loud. All right, so what I'm gonna do, they had this sticker over here that's kind of looking rough because I tried to, because it had medical equipment in it. I'm just gonna cover that with my shipping label. And then I'm trying to make it look better. Does that make sense? The presentation. I got my fragile stickers, so I'm gonna cover up some stuff with a fragile sticker. There we go. Oh, sorry. That was almost that is just like a mark on the box. It's not dirt or anything. I don't know what it is, so. Okay. Whew, all of that work. Some items take you a lot longer to ship, right? Okay. I think that was all my eBay. Yes, that was all my eBay. So now we're gonna move on to Posh. I have been very open about my Posh. I don't know how some of you guys sell so well on Posh. I feel like I have to work to sell good on Posh. I mean, I have to work. Not that y'all aren't working, but I even have a Posher VA. I do not feel like I probably use Posher VA like I should. if that makes sense. This has been in my inventory forever. I am so glad to see it go. It's a Columbia women's olive green short sleeve scoop neck dress, size medium. I do not have cost of goods because it has been in my closet for so long. It's just a really cute olive green dress from Columbia. Columbia, I hear I don't know who it is, Lou. She hears it too. There's a truck outside of some sort. So Columbia is like so mass produced, I think. Since I've started reselling, I can tell a major difference in profits. The profits that I make on my Columbia items. I don't pick up Columbia the way I used to. I let a lot of it go. But this was in my closet from last year. So I sent out offers, and I've gotten to where when I send out offers, I used to put like a minimum amount that I wanted to make. And okay, I'm making sure I got the right label on it because it looked a little funny. And now I don't. I just send out offers because I know I want a lot of this just to sell. And sometimes you got to let things go within reason. But this has been sitting here forever, so I let it go for $9. So it only made my net profit not a lot at all. $6.05. And I'm okay with that. So this other item is a Poshmark sale as well. And I'm gonna put them in a box so you guys don't have to hear the tape and stuff again. I'm gonna put them in a box after I'm done. But these are hunter boots, and they were kind of like this mustard yellow color, very cute. Now they are kind of dingy. I don't know, I'm trying to, the light in here. You kind of see like they're a little bit dingy, but the soles were great. She actually sent me a message and asked, is there any cracks, you know, in the rubber at the bottom? And I said no, but they're hunter. So I did pay up for these, just the size was so small. They're hunter tall rubber rain boots, size 5 women's, mustard yellow. So probably either a really tiny woman or some kid, or they're for kids. So I sold these for $18 with an offer that went out, and I am fine with that. I bought these May the 20th for $8. So after Poshmark fees, I only made $6.40. So I'm happy to get them out of my closet, truthfully. And then I had an Etsy sale. I have not sold on Etsy for a while. It's gonna go out in a 10 by 13. And I will show you what it is. This sale came in on Friday. You can hear my dog, she's growling because someone is out there. It is trash truck day, but I think maybe someone was scavenging the trashes. I don't know, because it doesn't sound like the trash. Okay. So this is a vintage, sorry, I just saw a loose thread this is a vintage Spencer Alexis Collections rayon silk blend kimono sheer size medium. And it's kind of very mature, very pretty though. It had just kind of this look to it that I can tell it probably brand new, wasn't a, you know, cheap piece. Sold this on Etsy for $39 plus shipping. Now, what I don't like about Etsy sometimes is they will mark it, and when it sells for, or from like an off market, from their marketing, basically, they will charge you extra. And so my fees for this ended up being like $11.37 because they put a $6 and some odd cents fee on there, basically for marketing it or promoting it. And they don't ask you, they don't ask you if they can. They just do it and then they charge you extra, which is what they did on this piece. But my cost of goods was only $1.11 on October the 8th. So I am okay with that. And my net profit ended up being $26.63. So I am very happy with that for sure. It's definitely a higher net profit than, you know, what I normally bring in. So great sell. Great sell. I love selling vintage. They're one-of-a-kind pieces you can't find anymore. Okay, so it's going out in a Ziploc plus a 10 by 13 poly. And is that all of my sales? I think it is. I think it is, guys. We have made it, and I have been doing this for an hour almost, so. Okay, so some quick numbers. I'm sorry this video is so long. I had a great weekend, that's why. So even though I had a great weekend, the rest of the week kind of stunk last week, but I sold, my net profit was $293.27. And so my student loans, oh, I did not add that $15 pillow on that because I totally forgot. But I am going to pay $58.65 to help pay off my student loans. And I did not tell you about my husband's sales. So on Saturday night, we were sitting watching TV, and I may or may not have said this in the past, but my husband, he has painted. He's a painter, and he just started painting when he turned 50, and he is 51 now, but he's really good. Like I'm gonna brag on him because he never brags on himself, but he has sold a painting before, but this is his second painting, other than he's donated some paintings to like a charity auction and they've sold, but this is his second painting to sell online. And he really, you know, we're hoping we can get his own website up and everything after the first of the year. So anyway, he's just kind of in that hobbyist, you know, he does this as a hobby because he loves it. And then, you know, if we can make some sales on it, then that's amazing. But he sold his second piece. So, you know, he's a professional now, but I'm so proud of him. It was a fly fishing painting, and we had framed it. And that's the one great thing about me being a thrifter is I can find some good frames sometimes, because if you ever go to professionally frame something, you will find out quickly how expensive it is. So we framed this ourselves, and he sold the painting for $165 plus $25 shipping. And we're just really stoked that, you know, he sold his second painting. And if you ever go to my eBay store, you'll see there's a few other paintings that he's done. But after the first of the year, we're hoping to start his own website and have his own thing. But other than that, I mean, I post it for him and then give him the money to go back towards his painting. And so, yeah, because he spends way more than he ever makes. But maybe one day that will flip. But I just wanted to give him a shout out, and I've already packaged it. And so I didn't want to, you know, leave it out and everything. But if I get to where I can throw a picture up, I will. But Beautiful, beautiful. It'd be great for like a fisherman, a fisher lodge, you know, things like that. But anyway, that's what I've got going out today. Thank you so much for joining. If you made it this far, I super appreciate it. Please hit the like button and have a blessed day. Do something nice for someone.